Good evening from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Thursday, April the 8th market update. On the economic front, the weekly jobless claims remained high, coming in at 460,000. Nat gas and storage rose 31 billion cubic feet, which was pretty much in line. And most of the chain store sales came in beat expectations. It was pretty good chain store sales. We don't really have any high impact reports on debt for tomorrow. The only thing we really have is the monthly wholesale trade number, which typically isn't much of a market mover. The dollar, silver, copper, and oil were down today. Gold was up. Take a look at the dollar, the EUP. We're still stuck right here. We're not really going anywhere. Still on kind of lighter volume. Definitely more volume when it goes up on the upside. Let's go over and take a look at the point figure on West Texas Intermediate crude. We hit a low today of 84.38. We're still above where we broke out of this, this triple top here, quad, if you want to call it a spread, quad top here. So we're still here. I think oil still looks good, still bullish for now. The light sweet crude futures were actually down 49 cents, and we settled at $85.39 a barrel. Let's take a look at the Dow. So the Dow closed up 29 points to 10,927, way off its lows. And S&P closed up 4 points to 1,186. The Nasdaq closed up 5 points to 2436, and the Russell closed basically flat on the day at 699. The S&P had the largest percent gain, up 0.34%. Financials were strong again today. The Russell was the weakest, down 0.03%. Basically fat. The volume was, across the indices was pretty good. It was around that, near average. Wasn't quite average, but it wasn't too bad. Let's take a look at the Dow. So, we were kind of in this consolidation. We broke out here a little bit. Now we pulled back down. The MACD's actually kind of pointing down a little bit. It doesn't seem like we want to go anywhere fast. So we're still stuck in here. But it's pretty bullish that we came way off the lows today. Obviously, there was dip buyers there. S&P, we did take out the low, but we did close above this 1,180. I was talking about watching this 1,177.25 low, which we did take it out, but we closed above it. So the channel that we looked at yesterday on the ES, we're still back in that channel, so we really didn't break out of it. So that was pretty good. And the NASDAQ, been channeling. There's selective stocks have been moving a lot, but overall the market, we consolidated, made a little teeny pop, consolidated. It's right now it's hard to tell where we're going. I know a lot of professionals are getting more bearish, but I don't know because they think maybe we're putting in a top, but until it happens, we'll just continue to monitor the charts and we'll use those as our guide. Let's take a look at gold. Gold still looking pretty good. Went up a little more today, 16 cents, but the MACD's looking good and gold looks fine. SLV, the silver ETF, it was down just a little bit today, but again, it's just kind of consolidating here. It's not really going much of anywhere either. Copper pulled back, but was down 8 cents, but did come off its lows, and it held around this, we'll call it a $48 mark. So copper looks okay. Let's look at the VIX, the volatility index. Continues to be no volatility. We were down a whole 14 cents, staying here, so not much volatility in the market. Let's go take a look at the McClellan oscillator. So we're down, we're kind of doing the same here, back and forth. We're -9, so I'm still basically neutral, on the not oversold, not overbought. We're just kind of stuck. Let's look at the sectors. 10 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The retail index was the leader, up 1.33%. The semi-index was the weakest, down 1.44%. Let's go to ChartWatch. I'm still going to put out these, these bearish plays just to remind everybody, the DOG, I said something about buying it over the high of yesterday's high, and actually we got exactly to it, but we did not take it out, and we need to do it with volume. So I would not go long DOG yet. It's, we're fine. We're still long the market. TZA, volume definitely coming in, so keep an eye on TZA. If we go, turn and go lower, watch it take out that downtrend line. You could jump on board it as a trade. FAZ financials has been really strong. Again, I wouldn't touch this again and go long it unless it takes out that uptrend line. It needs, or the downtrend line. It needs to take out about 13. And then some breakouts. GS is breaking out today. Goldman Sachs looking good. Morgan Stanley breaking out higher. Lots of volume here. PNC is looking good, moving higher. JP Morgan bounced off. It's got a support here around this 45. As long as it holds that, should be able to stay long. It's looking pretty good. Hess, volume kicking in today, and almost took out all of yesterday's. So Hess has definitely got some attention there. ConocoPhillips, COP, big volume breaking out today. CAT still looking good. It's holding that support area around $64. Deere, again, it's kind of got a little pennant working here. It's trying to hold this 59 plus area, 59.80, 60 area. MDRX earnings today, massive volume, broke out. Looks like it's got a little head and a left shoulder and a right shoulder a little bit here. So watch this one. Probably will move higher. This little RBCN, Rubicon Technology, holding up really well. It's had a lot of buying volume. I still like it. This little XCO in a triangle, watch it to break out of the triangle. Go long. TEX, still holding up super strong. Lots of volume there. Looks like it wants to go higher. International Paper, IP, real strong. Looks like it wants to go higher. Stillwater Mining, holding up really well. Looks like it wants to go up. Of course, GLD, we know that one still looks good. EOG continues to climb. Little Gold, New Gold. Pulled back here today. Really low volume. Probably going to turn and go higher. Maybe consolidate first. PAL still looks good. North American Palladium, DRI. Darden Restaurants holding up well. Talked about bids holding up really well. BVN, watch for a breakout over 35 with volume. CAM holding up well. It's holding the downtrend line there today. IPSU, most of these we talked about yesterday, but these are still looking good. Keep them on your list. The IPSU, Silicon Laboratory still holding up well. APA, kind of got a trend line here. Watch it to take out this high here of 107.04 with volume. Halliburton still looks good. It's kind of like the Halliburton, that triangle it was in. Cree holding up well. Cummings still holding up well. CMM, Joy Global holding up. Bucyrus still holding there. SNH, Senior Housing pulled back, but it's still holding. As long as it holds, at least this uptrend line here, looks like it's trying to hold at least the 2250. Home ends bounced off the uptrend line here. You could buy it and use today's low as your stop. Patriot Coal still holding up, and BEXP, big volume, trying to go higher, and this Hornbeck Offshore still holding up real well. Still could be long that one. Let's go take a look at the current market signals. We follow the point and figure chart for the Dow, Nasdaq, S&P. No change. I mean, we're basically going sideways here. We had to pull back yesterday, come back a little bit today, so we'll just take it one day at a time. I would keep your positions light here and not get too many trades going until we kind of have a little better direction here and figure out what the market is doing. But nothing wrong with trading it. Just don't get yourself where you get a whole bunch of longs that you're gonna have to bail out of if the market does decide it wants to pull back some more. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching InvestSharp's daily market analysis.